morning, pre-Ks. So good to see you on a special day today, one of my favorite holidays. We finished the month of March. We said bye-bye to March, bye-bye to March, bye-bye to March. We'll see you again next year. But will you be a Pied Piper next March? No, you'll be celebrating April Fool's Day in kindergarten. We said a brand new month was coming around the bend, and it is April. Those April showers, they come your way. They bring the flowers that bloom in May. So don't cry in April when it's raining, because in May everything will be blooming. We're going to be counting the rainy days in April. We're going to be looking out that window every single day and seeing if we can put a raindrop on our calendar. And maybe we can beat the record of 15 snowy days in a January month. Maybe we can beat that with the number 16 rainy days in our new month of April. We have some April birthdays. Take a look. Oh, Justin. On April 6th, we're going to be celebrating for Justin. Ryder on April 17th. And Charlie K on April 26th. I can't wait for those parties. And Kathy, I'm in April too on the 24th. What a great month of April we're going to have. We'll have to take down all of those numbers for the month of March. We had a very nice month of March. The grandparents came. Oh, that was so much fun when they came to work and play with us and do special projects and sing at music time. St. Patty's Day, the wearing of the green, the ear wiggling contest. That's always fun. And now we have a brand new month coming around the bend. And today is a special day in April. The first day of April is called April Fool's Day. That number one, we've just begun. We're going to be talking about April Fool's Day and how to fool the people in your family today at Pied Piper School. Today is the first day of the week. The weekend is over. What is the first day of the week? There are 7 days, there are 7 days, show me, there are 7 days in the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, show me. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think the birds are happy I'm back today. Do you hear them chirping in the background? They must be ready for the pretty bird song. Today is Monday, the very first day in the month of April. Oh, Kathy's going to have to turn my calendar, change it up a little bit. We usually have our helpers. Kathy's going to have to do the helping today. I'll be mixing up these cards. Mix them up, mix them up, mix them up, mix them up, mix them up. We're going to mix them high, mix them low, mix them behind my back. Mix them, mix them, mix them, mix them up. We're going to mix them, mix them, mix them, mix them up. Let's see what family Kathy picked today. Take a vowel, A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y, and a consonant. Put them together, you've got a family. Just take a vowel and a consonant, put them together, and you've got a family. We have the A-T family today. Let's take a look at our card and find some rhymes in the A-T family. The A-T family. Let's make some rhymes. In the A-T family, there's hat with an H, rat with an R, bat with a B, mat with an M, sat with an S, a different kind of bat, cat with a C, and rat. There's hat, rat, bat, sat, mat with an M, cat, and rat in the A-T family. I guess I'll have to hold that flag again, but I can't wait till you're here to help me. Stand straight and tall. Take your right hand, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle right, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle right. Put it on your heart, thump, 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 and say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job remembering all those words, pre-K. I bet you have lots of things that you've remembered. Well, today we're talking about April Fool's Day, my favorite holiday of all. I've got to get busy and make sure I April Fool everybody in my family. But when you tell an April Fool's joke, or when you trick someone on April Fool's Day, it's different than lying. We found out that lying is never a good idea. If Mom and Dad ask you if you took the cookies from the table, you need to tell the truth. Not what you wished happened. Oh, I wish I hadn't eaten those cookies. Not what you want to happen. What really happened is the truth. We said that lying is never a good thing to do because grown-ups will know that you're lying. There's cameras everywhere in the world now. People will know if you made a mistake. It's always good to tell the truth because then you'll be in a little trouble. I'm sorry, I took those cookies. I was so hungry and they looked delicious. Oh, I'm sorry I broke my brother's truck, his Lego truck. I didn't mean to run into it and knock it down. It's always good to tell the truth because then you'll be in a little trouble. You'll have to fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix that truck or I won't have the cookies after dinner. It's always a good idea to tell the truth because then you'll be in a little trouble, not in a big amount of trouble. So we found out that lying was never a good thing. Little white lies, sometimes we call a lie a little white lie, sometimes will spare people's feelings. If Mom says to you, oh, do you like my dinner tonight? I spent a long time cooking it, and you really think it's kind of yucky, but you don't want to hurt her feelings, and you say, oh, well, it was pretty good. That's not really lying because you didn't want to hurt Mom's feelings. Or if Dad puts on a new shirt and says, what do you think of my new blue shirt? I just bought it. Do you like it? And you think, oh, he really doesn't look so good in blue. But you tell him, oh, it's okay, Dad. That's not really lying. That's trying to spare someone's feelings. Just like you wouldn't want to tell someone that you didn't like the way their hair looked after a haircut, or you didn't like their new pair of shoes. Those are sometimes called little white lies so that people don't get their feelings hurt. But today's a special day, April Fool's Day, where you can play tricks on people that are funny. Now, the whole idea behind April Fool's Day is to make sure that you're only doing it to have fun, not to hurt someone's feelings or break something or do something wrong. You want everyone to get a good laugh. When you came in today, Kathy said, look, it's snowing outside. It's always a good idea to point at something so people turn to look, and then you can say, April Fools. We talked about all kinds of fun April Fool's tricks the other day that you can play on Mom and Dad and brothers and sisters. You can tell them their shoes untied, or there's a spot on their shirt, or it's snowing outside. Those are all good fun things that make people laugh. But remember, if you want to do a really good April Fool's, you have to wait until people are distracted. If your brother just did an April Fool's trick on your mother, don't jump on it and say, oh, look, there's a bee on your head, because Mom and Dad already were tricked by your sibling. Wait till they're doing something else. Wait till they're busy in the other room, or they're making dinner, or they're arranging your iPad and say, oh, look, my iPad's not working. April Fools. Make sure they're distracted and everyone will have a good laugh. Make sure your April Fool's joke is something that's realistic, something that could really happen. One of my grandchildren, I won't tell you which one, keeps telling me there's a dinosaur on my hat or a dinosaur on my head. That can't really happen, right? That has to be something that really could happen. Oh, there's a unicorn over there. Well, I know that's not going to be true because a unicorn's not real. So make sure that the person's distracted and it's something realistic. And the last thing to remember is don't giggle and laugh when you say it. Oh, look over there, because then they know you're really doing an April Fool's joke. Have lots of fun today. Send Kathy a picture if you do some April Fool's fun jokes, or have your mom and dad send me an email or text about how they got tricked by you on April Fool's Day. And today's story is called It's April Fool's Day, and it's by Stephen Kroll, and the pictures are by Jenny Bassett. Let's find out what happens on It's April Fool's Day. On April Fool's Day, Alice was scared to leave her house. She saw Horace, her neighbor, waiting for her outside. And Horace loved to play April Fool's jokes. Finally, she opened the door and cracked it open just a bit and peered outside. Oh, phew, no Horace outside. She walked down the front steps. Oh, phew, I'm safe. No Horace there. She marched right up to the front gate and flung it open. Splash! Oh no, a pail of water fell on her head. Oh, Horace, said Alice, that's not a funny April Fool's joke. That's just mean. It wasn't mean, said Horace. April Fools, Alice. I've been planning that all day. Alice shook herself dry. Then she decided to go for a nice walk. She'd gone only a little ways when she thought she heard Horace whisper, Psst, Alice, I've got something for you. Uh-oh, Alice got worried. Horace leaped out behind the tree and pulled her tail, and he chased her around. Happy April Fool's Day, Alice. That was not April Fool's, said Alice. Oh, Horace, don't you have any other friends? Go play with them. No, I don't really have any other friends, said Horace. Only you, Alice. Well, I'm not going to be your friend if you're always mean to me. Don't you have brothers and sisters? Nope, not one. But you can be my sister if you want. I don't want to be your sister, not when you're so mean. I'm not being mean, said Horace. It's April Fool's Day. Alice went back into the house and sat down in her favorite chair. Papa Cat came into the room. Why don't you go outside? It's a beautiful day, he said. Get some exercise. I can't. Horace, our neighbor's out there, and it's April Fool's Day, and he keeps playing mean April Fool's tricks on me, not funny ones. Well, that's not nice. I'm going to go talk to him, said Papa Cat. He went outside, and there was Horace. When he saw Papa Cat, he grinned. Hello, sir. How are you today? I'm just fine, Horace, said Papa Cat. What's this I hear about you playing mean April Fool's jokes on Alice? April Fool's jokes are supposed to be fun, and everyone gets a good laugh. I just want to play, and sometimes she doesn't want to play with me. Oh, said Papa Cat. Well, it's usually better to talk to someone and tell them that you want them to play with you, not splash them with water or pull their tail. But I'll go talk to her, said Papa Cat. He went inside. Alice, Horace says he just wants to play with you. Sometimes he's not sure how to go about that. Why don't you just go out and talk to him about it? You two can have fun together. He just wants to play, said Alice. That's what he said Papa Cat. Carefully, Alice opened the front door. Carefully, she crept down the steps and through the gate. Carefully, she walked down, and Horace was waiting. And he yanked her tail again. April Fools! Then he chased her around the block. April Fools! Oh, Horace, that's not April Fool's Day. I'm just having fun, said Horace. At that moment, Alice decided she'd had enough of his April Fool's fun. She sneaked back to her house. On the way, she thought about what kind of April Fool's joke she can play on Horace. She hoped he didn't stay away too long. She wanted to get her front yard ready. Horace, she called, are you there? Of course I'm here. I live here, said Horace from the other side of the gate. Why haven't you come over to play? I've been thinking, Horace, and I've been making you an extra special surprise. A surprise, said Horace. I love a surprise. Come and find it. It's all ready. Horace opened the gate and splash! A bucket of water fell on his head. April Fool, said Alice. Snap! A tiny little twig hurt his toe. Ouch! That hurt, said Horace, grabbing his toe. As Horace grabbed for the twig, it dipped and an orange fell on his head. Ouch, said Horace. What's going on? April Fool, said Alice. When Horace stopped feeling dizzy, he sat up. He looked at Alice. Well, that wasn't a fun April Fool's trick at all, he said. I know, said Alice. That's what you were doing to me. Well, you're pretty good at tricks yourself. You really could be my friend. I don't think so, said Alice. Hey, now who's being mean, said Horace, and he walked through the gate. All through lunch, Alice worried about Horace. She didn't mean to hurt his feelings. She was sure he was going to do something back to her, an even worse April Fool's joke. She was so worried she couldn't even eat her lunch. After lunch, she took a little cat nap in the laundry basket. Maybe she'd nap all afternoon. Maybe Horace would forget all about April Fool's Day. An hour went by and the doorbell rang. Alice went to answer it. Horace was standing on the front steps. Quickly, he held out a bunch of flowers. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't know that April Fools was only about funny things. I thought they could be about mean things too. Will you come out and play with me now?" "Are you going to promise only funny April Fool's jokes?" asked Alice. "I promise." "No more dumping water on me?" "No," said Horace. "No more chasing me?" "No," said Horace. So they walked for a little while, and Horace said, "Look at the big tree. Why don't we climb it?" So they climbed up and played hide and seek in the branches and ran up and down the trunk. "Phew," said Alice, catching her breath. "That really was fun. Now, Horace, I'm going to chase you around the block." "April Fool," she giggled. And they played and they played and they played all day. "No more mean April Fool's jokes," said Alice. "That's right," said Horace. "Look, it's snowing over there." "Gotcha, April Fools. Only fun April Fool's jokes." "Happy times," said Alice. "Happy times," said Horace. "Every day and April Fool's Day." What a great story about April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day, pre-Ks.